Hi, I'm Beth McIntyre. I'm a former board chair of the Georgia Rotary District's Character Education Program, a nonprofit organization founded over 15 years ago by a group of Georgia Rotarians. We operate the Laws of Life essay contest. Students are asked to select their own law of life and to write about how it applies to their lives. In doing so, students reflect deeply and write from the heart about what they think matters most. I've been involved with the contest for many years. I always say that what hooked me was reading student essays. Now that we can watch the students read their essays, that makes them even more engaging. Some of them are kind of funny, some of them are heartbreaking. All the essays give us insights into the hearts and minds of today's high school students. I bet you're wondering how you can get involved, right? There are two totally separate ways: by being a contest sponsor and by partnering with the school. Before we go on, let's talk a little about social emotional learning. Social emotional learning helps students develop the emotional skills to build personal relationships and academic partnerships. The Georgia Laws of Life essay contest provides teachers with a powerful tool to promote social emotional learning. Writing about personal character values is hugely beneficial for students. It can make students feel more powerful, in control, and strong. It also makes them feel more loving, connected, and empathetic. Strong emotional health also leads to improved academic outcomes. Research has shown that social emotional learning is most effective when repeated and supported by a broad network of family, community, and social reinforcements. Rotarians made the Georgia Laws of Life contest their own because the contest is so compatible with Rotary's interest in community, education, ethics, and literacy. As a Rotarian, I've seen the benefits of the contest firsthand. I've read essays that are thought provoking, moving, and even profound. I've seen students who may not always excel academically write a winning essay. And I've seen parents and family members swell with pride when their students are celebrated by Rotary in the community. The Laws of Life Board recently revised our strategic plan. Our renewed vision is that the Georgia Laws of Life essay contest is in every Georgia high school, with strong partnerships among Rotary, schools, and teachers to provide the opportunity for students to reflect upon their lives, express personal beliefs, and affirm strong character values through writing. Thank you for your essential contributions in helping us make that vision a reality. What a great pep talk, right? Now let's talk about partnering with schools. If you decide to partner with a school, in addition to sponsoring the contest, you'll need a school contest chair. This is usually a language arts teacher, but it could be a principal or assistant principal or other administrator. Talk with your school principal or language arts department chair about the benefits of the contest and how to identify a school contest chair. Your school contest chair is going to do all the heavy lifting during the school year. I'm sure you know a teacher or two. That's what they're good at. The contest works best when the essay is an assignment that is part of the regular curriculum, not something extra for the teachers or students. The teacher contest manual has lesson plans and ideas for making the essay a routine assignment. Now let's wait for this guy to close his laptop. There. Shortly after the essays are sent in by the schools in early February, that's when the fun begins. Whether you partner with a school or not, as long as your club sponsors the contest, you're eligible to be an essay judge. Last year, we had over 100 judges from across the state. Remember when I said you get hooked when you read the essays? This is that part. You'll be assigned essays from random schools across the state, so there will not be any conflict of interest with a local school. You'll collaborate with other Rotarians. We usually have some pretty interesting conversations. And the fun continues. Now it's time to recognize your winning students. Invite them to a Rotary meeting to read their essays. Put their names in the newspaper. Have a banquet. The sky's the limit. Remember, though, that clubs do not award cash prizes to local students. All cash prizes are distributed by the state. Well, that's about it. But before I go, I've got an essay to share with you. I hope you enjoyed this reading by Corbin Austin from Bainbridge High School, our 2021 state winner.
Hi, my name is Corbin Austin. I'm in the 12th grade and I go to Bainbridge High School, and this is my Laws of Life essay titled, The Dog, the Old Lady, and the Boy. In the spring of the 10th grade, my teacher asked if I would be able to walk her grandmother's dog. She informed me that she would be unable to due to her increasing age and leg injury. I happily agreed and walked to her house later that day to meet the two. I knocked on the door and was greeted by a black and white fluffy little beast with a distinctive sneeze and a 5-foot old woman with a frail body frame, a head of angel silk, and piercing pale blue eyes. I arrived at her house with the simple impression that I would just be helping out a sweet elderly lady walk her dog. But over the course of a year and a half, I would come to find that that would be my daily dose of joy. Now, anyone who truly knows me knows that I'm not too fond of dogs. It's practically embedded in my DNA that animals are just not my thing. So why did I accept this job? That question still befuddles me to this day. Was it that I couldn't say no to my teacher, or was it written in the stars that the old lady and I were supposed to meet? When her dog Hercules scampered out to meet his new walking mate, I internally panicked, but I refused to show it. My brain flipped through all the information it had stored on how humans were supposed to interact with animals. So I bent down, implanted my hand in his fur, and stroked back and forth. Everything seemed to be going well, especially with the affirmations coming from the old woman watching us. "Oh, he's such a good boy, and he really likes you," she croaked in her distinctive voice that reminded me of a cartoon character from my childhood. I got this in the bag, I thought to myself, and I did have it in the bag. Hercules and I walked the neighborhood every weekday. I got someone to unpack my innermost thoughts to, and he got exercise. It was a win-win. Now, the old woman never ceased to put a smile on my face. She was a little forgetful, which only added to her charm. And every day she would compliment me on how white my shoes were and ask if they were new. Then she would show me her squirrels and tell me about how they would tap on her window for food. And if she had some peanuts, they would approach her and eat directly from her hand like she was the incarnate of Mother Nature herself. I insisted that she need not pay me, but she insisted harder that she must because I was the most special boy in the world. Those words coming from her were payment enough, and combined with the excitement she would get from seeing me walk up the driveway every afternoon made me feel like the richest man in the world. Months passed, and I could see her memory lapses increase, and Hercules began changing. He wouldn't stray far from his home and looked longingly at the old woman before leaving. The situation worsened, and Hercules wouldn't even leave the house. He knew something was wrong and did not want to leave her side, and I didn't want to take him away from her even for those 10 minutes. It felt wrong taking her money because I wasn't there for a job anymore. I was there because I loved being there and helping her and being the highlight of her day and her mind. But her generous spirit combined with her rather terrible memory made her pay me double and even sometimes triple a day. I informed my teacher about this because it didn't settle right in my soul. But she told me that right now, more than ever, her grandmother needs a purpose. And her feeling like she is helping me is her purpose. In those moments, I realized something I'd been feeling all along, that her happiness was contagious. Her jovial smile and attitude would creep into the deepest recesses of your mind and soul and change you, make you see the sunshine brighter, make the flowers smell sweeter, and the breezes feel more enlivening as they dance upon your skin. I realized that day that true happiness comes from making others happy. So I continued as if nothing changed, and it didn't. Every day I saw her, she still had her smile and I mine, and I felt like the richest boy in the world. I'd just like to thank my family and friends for always being by my side along this journey. Thank you to Dr. Chambers for teaching me everything I know and being the one to give me this opportunity. And most importantly, Gigi and Hercules for always being the highlight of my day and giving me one of the most beautiful and amazing experiences of my life. Thank you, and I love you all, and I couldn't have done this without you.